All right, we're about a half a mile into it, almost 300 feet up. So when you first start the Davis Creek hike, there is no creek, and it's a proper ascent for the first mile. It's unique because you're not actually following a creek up this mountain, which a lot of the trails on this side of Eastern Tennessee do. So it's fun. It's super narrow. As you can see, there's rhododendrons and laurels and rocks and lots of spider webs this morning. Hello, Mr. Mushroom Network. It's a really sweet little trail. I love it when I come around the corner of a trail and you hear water. Okay, we're about 3/4 of a mile into it. Kind of go up and then down a hill, and you start to hear a creek. Maybe that's Davis Creek. All right, we came out through that way, went and checked out the creek, and now we're going to start our proper ascent of a classic Eastern Tennessee trail that follows a creek. better. As you can see, Mary found a blue trail, but we're gonna stick to the yellow. Hey Mary, we're sticking to the yellow. I tell you, if you love creek crossings, this is a really, really fun trail. It's narrow, it goes right along the side of the creek. And it's just a whole lot of fun. I've done a half a dozen at least, and I'm probably gonna have a whole lot more. So super fun trail. Looks like another trail goes up there, but we're sticking with yellow. Another cute little creek. Look at that, Mary. Oh, is that beautiful or what? It's a magical trail. And yeah, we turned around. We're here today to be freaks for the creek, not to go see another road. So I wanted to sit down and chill out for a little bit, and that other creek wasn't nearly as impressive as that other creek that we just saw that had that waterfall. So just so you know, once you hit that really, really nice waterfall, the rest of the trail looks it's steep, and there's only one more creek crossing, so it's actually a pretty good turnaround spot. And let's see, that's probably 2.5 miles-ish you know, into this hike, maybe 920 feet up of vertical is where you'll hit that sweet waterfall. And you're in a great place to chill out or turn around if that's all you're here to see. I think we're getting closer to it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds like I'm surrounded by water. There's a creek running down over here, and I think right over here is that waterfall. So I mean, it's literally omnipresent, the sound of the creek. Yay, here's that waterfall. We've come back down, and if we keep going, we get back down to the creek where I first showed you, but we still need to go up and over. So it's probably still a good 300-foot climb up. So keep that in mind. You might want to hop in the creek and cool off before you head back up. We are coming up a little over 5 miles, almost 1,200 feet. We've been out here 2 hours and 45 minutes. What a lovely, lovely trail. It's a great ADHD trail. There's lots of sights, lots of sounds. You can hear all the things, and you have to watch where you have to put each step. So if you're ADHD, especially if you have like high working memory, this is just keeps you really, really dialed in. Really, really peaceful. So here we're coming up on the end of the trail. Fabulous trail in eastern Tennessee. very, very well maintained. Somebody really loves this trail. They take very good care of it, but it's not very, very well traveled. I think some horses get up and down here every now and then, but just super charming. That first little hump, it's a totally different landscape kind of. And then you get down in that creek and it's just a bunch of really, really fun creek crossings, lots of places for your dogs to drink water. And you can cool off as many times as you need. So, thank you, Davis Creek. You're a fabulous trail.